Hi guys, and welcome to episode 18 of the Liverpool career mode. This is the season 2 season finale. Hopefully we will get across the line just in a minute in the Champions League final versus Atletico Madrid. However, we have a little bit of business to conclude first. Taki Minamino has agreed a deal to go to AC Milan, so he will be our third sale of the window so far. We have Taki leaving, we have Sadio Mane leaving, and Oxlade-Chamberlain is also leaving. I need to put a little bit of admin on the squad hub. We need to put Neco Williams on the transfer list. I'm not sure if he's on it. Lewis obviously has submitted a transfer request. His contract's up now, so he's about to leave, which is why he's very unhappy because I haven't offered him a new deal. However, we need to go down to Neco, and we do unfortunately need to transfer list him. We have Calvin Ramsey, an up-and-coming talent. He's injured in real life at the moment, but he looks a really good prospect. So that will be an interesting one. And then also Joe Gomez has signed a new contract in real life, keeping him at the club, I think, until 2026 maybe. So a big new deal. I don't know what it's going to say for us to give him here. 210. He's not going to get that much. Let's give him 140 and see if he takes that. He's taken it with an important squad role and an extra 2 years. That's absolutely fine. He's very happy with that. And now let's get into this game. Where is it being held? It doesn't actually say on my screen. Maybe it will say now. Where is it? Oh god, I have absolutely no idea where that is. Is that in Turkey or something? That would make sense. But let's have a look at the team. Obviously, we have Hendo as the club captain. And if the game is in our favour, he will be coming on to sort of hopefully lift the trophy. I don't, touch wood. I don't want to jinx it or anything. But yeah, we've got Hendo. I think this is our first team as it is already on screen. Let's have a look. Is there anyone else that we want to put onto the bench? We have 2 centre backs on the bench, but I guess if a fullback got injured, we could move Konate into centre back and put Gomez to right back. But maybe just in case, let's put Tsimikas on the bench just in case. He has that 5-star weak foot, obviously in career mode, so he can play on either side. And then I'm actually going to put Elliott ahead of Jones, just for if we need a little bit more attacking intent. He'll come on attacking midfielder. It's a shame Naby Keita's not here. He offers a lot of stuff. He's very well rounded, especially going forwards, and he's with his height and dribbling, he's a good person to have off the bench. But I think this is the team we're going to go with. A very strong team with some players that can impact the game off the bench. Let's have a look at the Atleti team. Firstly, that we don't need to change anything round. Is Herrera a right midfielder or not? I think he can play there. So I think that's the only position that's vaguely questionable. The rest of their team looks pretty strong, in all honesty. It's not a surprise that they got to the final. Rashford on the left, Joao Felix and Suarez, a former Liverpool player, Suarez of course. Herrera on the right, De Paul, Llorente and Milinkovic-Savic is a beast of a midfield, and then Felipe, Jimenez and Manolas, and that's not the quickest back three. Hopefully the likes of Mane, Jota and Salah could have some joy against them. Let's get straight into this game. So UCL final, we are in our home kit. For some reason we've been allocated the home team, which is absolutely fine with me. I will take that. And Atleti obviously in there. I think this is their away strip and not their third kit. To be honest, I don't really know. But yeah, hopefully we can get a nice quick start. Atletico playing a 3 at the back, which is a bit risky. But as I was saying, their midfield is very good. Rashford versus Trent is always a good battle in Premier League matches. However, Bellingham has taken a heavy touch early on. And we could have actually had a chance there, but unfortunately we gave it away. Now we have a chance to run at their back 3. I'm going to prompt this 1-2 with Salah and Jota. Salah versus Felipe. There's probably only one winner here. Come on, Mo. Unfortunately, I've lost out slightly. And now we need Thiago to track back. That's a good challenge from Thiago. We get it straight back out to Salah. See that inside run from Jota. Get a touch. Oh, what a save. That should be a corner. That was a lovely run from Jota and an intricate pass from Mo. Perfectly weighted, I would say. Actually, maybe a tiny bit overhit because it didn't give Jota much room for the shot. Let's get our big guys up from the back. Give this to Trent Alexander-Arnold and see if we can hit. Let's go for Gomez because Van Dijk's kind of penned in. I don't know who it's hit, but we've got the ball back. Jude Bellingham now. See Mo Salah in a lot of space. I mean, I thought I'd try it. It didn't come off, did it? But that's not too bad. They haven't really caused us too many issues so far. But obviously it only takes one chance on ultimate difficulty. They've got a very clinical striker in Luis Suarez. Obviously, remembering him from his time at Liverpool. He did, before Salah, at one point he did hold the record for the most goals in a Premier League season. I think he had 32 at one point. Let's get it out to Mo, the man we're speaking of right now. Cuts in. He's got the pace to do so. Hit that, Mo. Yes! I thought Oblak had that covered. He's such a good goalie. But Mo has banged it into the far corner. Oblak, let's have a look at this replay, because I thought he had a really big dive there. I thought he was going to save there. Oblak is probably one of the best keepers in the world and is an absolute cheat code on FIFA. But Mo Salah has cut in and put it right into the corner. Clearly. Oh no, it is an Oblak error. You do not see those very often. It's not in the corner. It is actually more towards the middle of the goal. But Oblak has palmed it into the corner of his own net. But we'll take it every day of the week with Mo Salah. 20 minutes in, 22 minutes in, we have the lead. I hope Luis Suarez doesn't score against us. You know, it would be really devastating to have him to score. He's currently out of contract in real life, apparently. So I know teams like Aston Villa have been interested in him. I think Atleti did want to keep him, but there's been nothing agreed as of yet. It's been a really interesting transfer window all round. A lot of Premier League teams doing a lot of business. Even the promoted teams are doing a lot of business. Nottingham Forest in particular. They're in recent talks. They're potentially having terrible from Trent. They're potentially having Jesse Lingard join their team, obviously on a free transfer. He's out of contract at Manchester United. I was certain Lingard would end up at either West Ham or Newcastle, but Nottingham Forest sort of entered the deal late on, and apparently are the front runners to get him now. So that's an interesting one. But yeah, in terms of other Premier League teams, we've done a fair bit of business. Obviously Nunez coming in for a large amount of money. Hopefully he hits the ground running as they equalise. Joao Felix, I said it only would take a chance for them. We've switched off. Excuse me. We've switched off a bit defensively, and it's a nice little pass through. Don't know where Trent is. He's in the middle of the goal, or in the middle of the box. Not getting across fast enough to Joao Felix, and that's a goal. We need to turn up a little bit more. I thought the game was sort of going in our favour, but clearly not. They have equalised. But yeah, back to I'm having a stinker here. It's probably because I'm talking at the same time, but I'm not going to use that as an excuse. Yeah, we've made some good business. Hopefully Nunez gets a goal soon in pre-season, just to get a little bit more confidence under his belt. We're playing Red Bull Leipzig, I think today. Obviously this isn't going out today, but yeah, you will know the result of that game by the time this career mode comes out. Let's see if we can get Salah through. But yeah, hopefully Nunez gets a goal soon for his confidence, as he is looking a little bit under confidence, underappreciated right now, especially as rival fans. What a double save from Oblak. That's ridiculous. Especially as rival fans making a lot of compilations about him on Twitter and stuff and YouTube. So it's not ideal for a new signing, especially one that doesn't speak the language yet. But what can you do? He's just got to do his talking on the pitch. Hopefully we can get a chance with Van Dijk here. Oblak coming out, and Oblak's too good. He obviously wasn't good enough for the goal, but this should be half-time, I think, coming up now. We might get one more chance. No, that is half-time. It'll be interesting to see the XG. I wonder what that Jota chance was. But yeah, I think relatively even. I think we've had a little bit more. 1.3 for us for 5 shots. They've had more of the ball. A lot more passes, actually, than us. But yeah, we look like the better side, to be honest. We've just got to make our chances count. Oblak. Right. Second half begins. Mane on the ball. We do have players on the bench. We can only make 3 subs, even though in real life you can make 5 subs in the UCL. I assume FIFA or EA Sports thought it was going to be a temporary thing, so they only coded for 3 subs in career mode. But obviously now more and more leagues are doing it, such as the Premier League. So I think it is a rule change here to stay. So I assume FIFA will be adding in 5 subs from FIFA 23 or whatever it's football. What I don't actually, I haven't really EA Football 23, or to be honest. Wow, that is such a good pass. I need Mane to work back now. Yeah, I can't remember what it's being called, but obviously it's changing names, isn't it? Great block from Virgil van Dijk. Yeah, from the next installment of FIFA, let's just call it that. Yeah, I assume that in career mode it will be changed. Trent Alexander-Arnold with a touch, but he's put us under a bit of pressure here. Thankfully, Ali makes a very good save. They've had the better of the early exchanges in the second half, and as I was saying, that man Luis Suarez has scored against us. He does go to celebrate, does the classic Luis Suarez celebration, and we could be in a bit of trouble here. They definitely had the better of the first opening blows of the second half. A couple of poor touches, one from Trent and one from Mane, and yeah, Suarez absolutely obliterates the net with that finish. We need to change things around swiftly. Right, Jude Bellingham, come on. We need a bit more from you. Haven't seen much of you so far. That's not the best start. Jota on the ball, nice. Better crisp football here. See Thiago. Ah, it's a poor turn. Thiago is not the guy you want in there. You want Mane or Jota in there instead. And they've played out of that pretty nicely. If they score again, we could be in all sorts of trouble. Tried to make the challenge with Gomez. Hasn't worked. Come on, Trent. Come on, Trent. That's nice. Rashford. Gomez does get a yellow from that. Suarez is off as well. 25 minutes to change this game around. Let's see what we can do. I see Salah one-on-one with Felipe down here. That's not what Atletico Madrid would want. Nice little pass inside. Oh, Bellingham should easily win this header with Fab. Bit of time for Sadio Mane. Comes inside. Finish that. He's got to finish that. Fantastic goal. Sadio Mane, in his final game for the club, takes the game by the scruff of the neck and buries it into the far corner past Oblak. There was nothing Oblak could do about this one. They want him to go off. I can't take him off after that. That's a great goal. Really well done. To be fair, you know, it was built from Fabinho, built from the back. It was a very good header from him into Sadio Mane, and he could just take the ball, and he was already at pace, could run straight past their centre-back and put it past Oblak. As I was saying, we have 3 subs. I was saying I need 5, but I haven't made a single sub yet, and it's the 73rd minute. I imagine Thiago will be the first one to come off, but I don't know. Ideally, I'd like to bring on Elliot, but it's a big game to bring him on into. I don't know. Hopefully, we have to change the system a little bit once we bring on Elliot. Obviously, we have to go to that attacking midfielder rather than a box-to-box midfielder in terms of Thiago. So maybe we just leave it a couple more minutes just to see how the game goes. Mane again coming inside. A lot of space. Gives it inside to Jude Bellingham. Hit that, Jude. He's done it. Jude Bellingham. I was saying he wasn't involved very much, but he stepped up when it counts. Mane once again cutting in off the left, creating space for others this time rather than a shooting opportunity for himself. He's struggling a little bit on the stamina front, but I can't take him off. He's been integral to this turnaround. I am going to make some changes after we watch this replay from Jude. It's a great finish into the side netting. Jude Bellingham, the next Stevie G perhaps. I really hope he joins us this time next year. I don't think we'll be able to get him this year, just because of the way that Dortmund have already sold a lot of players this window. Let's change this round slightly. I'm going to go to a 4-2-3-1, narrow like this, and then I'm going to change it round slightly. So you can go to a left wing, you can go to a right wing. I'm going to drop Elliot back a little bit, like we always do, and I'm going to drop Jota into a centre forward role. And I'm actually going to take Jota off because he's a little bit tired, and I'm going to bring on Diaz on the left. So that's going to be the team. I just need to trick the game into thinking that Van Dijk has gone off Again, I think that should be something that they do implement into the next iteration of career mode, where you can just change the captain, because, you know, it does happen in real life. You do just take a guy off. If a guy comes on, you should be able to say switch the captain to the guy coming on. It does obviously happen in real life, but, you know, it's just a small thing. I can do it like that. I'm not too bothered. But yeah, Jude Bellingham scores the goal, goes off. Harvey Elliott is on. Hendo is on with the armband. And obviously Luis Diaz is on in a Champions League final. We have a lead, 10 minutes to go. We've actually gone to technically a more attacking formation with 4 attacking players rather than 3. However, we do have the 2 holding midfielders, so it probably balances itself out slightly. And the fact that Harvey Elliott is, you know, capable to like come back defensively and help out. Hendo just come on, can't quite win that ball. Hendo has been such a successful captain of Liverpool, even though, you know, he does get a little bit of stick sometimes for his individual performances. As a leader, you really can't hope for much more. That's a great pass from Alisson. Oh, unfortunately, it hasn't quite worked out. If we'd got that through to Diaz, we could have had a one-on-one. Need to be careful here. Van Dijk does really well, and we put it straight through into Salah. Tries to turn his man. That's fine, we've won a throw-in. They're making a change. There's only 1 minute left at stoppage time. Who are they bringing on? They're bringing on Cunha. Cunha is a guy I would be interested in real life, in, you know, like a couple of years' time, potentially, when Bobby Firmino retires. However, at the moment, Bobby is thriving in our team in a new role. Oh, we can't get the finish, but this should be the end of the game. Get this down with Hendo. That surely is the end of the game, and it is. Champions League winners 2023. Liverpool Football Club. Don't know what stadium we're in. Still not exactly sure. It might not be a real stadium, to be honest. It might just be one of those randomly generated ones. But yeah, it's good to do it against Atletico. We've had a lot of, you know, beef and battles against them over the years. It's nice to get one over on them. Salah, did he score? I think he did score, didn't he? In that first half when Oblak palmed it into his own net. Mane has to be man of the match for me. Goal and an assist in his final game for the club. He turned things around when we needed him most. It was, you know, really poor up until then. Also, I think what they should do is they should let all of the squad come on for the Champions League in this kind of thing. So they should, you know, just edit in all of our players, because that's what happens in real life. They also should have the manager come up on the screen. I think that would be a nice addition to career mode. However, Jordan Henderson lifts the Champions League for the 2nd time in his career. The Hendo shuffle. Hopefully we get back to the Champions League final next year in real life. A bit disappointed, obviously, the way this season ended in real life. Obviously fighting on 4 fronts. Potentially paid its toll right at the end of the season. We did everything we could in that Premier League. I thought we had it at one point when Villa were doing us a favour, but alas, Man City made a fantastic comeback. And then obviously the Champions League final, it could have gone either way. We had a lot of chances. Their goalie was unbelievable, and yeah, they were just a bit more clinical than we were. But hopefully we can get back again this season. It's a fantastic squad. It's a fantastic team of individuals and collectively, and as it was in this career mode. It's a shame that we're losing a legend such as Sadio Mane, but in his final game in the club, he's done everything he could have done to get us this Champions League, and thankfully it was enough in the end. What a win, what a team this is. We've won the treble this season. We won if you include the Carabao Cup in the treble, we won the Carabao Cup, we've won the Premier League and the Champions League. So 3 trophies this season. Last season we obviously won the Premier League and the FA Cup. So 5 trophies in 2 seasons. That's not including like the Community Shield, obviously. But yeah, next season we'll play in the Community Shield and the Super Cup. What a game that will be to play in for the first time. Let's have a look at the XG. They actually dominated us on XG, so they can feel very hard done by. Thankfully we were just more clinical, and that's the end of the game. So after that game, I wanted to look around the leagues and have a look at some individual stats, maybe give out some individual awards. Instead of doing like an award ceremony like we did last season, I think we'll just, look at it now because it's pretty obvious who's going to get the player of the season. You can't get 40 goals and 30 assists in the Premier League and not get player of the season. That is an absolute no-brainer. Looking at the league table, we obviously won by a massive margin, 29 points is absolutely huge. City tailed off towards the end of the season. They finished in the top 4 though, as did Arsenal. Man U 5th with Europa League. Aston Villa also in the Europa League. And I think that will be Chelsea and Everton in the Conference League, depending on who won the cups. Obviously, we won the Carabao Cup. I don't really know if that means anything, to be perfectly honest. We'll obviously check who won the FA Cup in a minute. If we scroll down and look at the teams that got relegated, West Ham have gone down. That is absolutely gutting for them. I wonder if they still have Declan Rice. Obviously, I don't need him myself. I've got Fabinho, but could be interesting to see where he goes. Burnley obviously went down in real life, as did Watford. So they will be joining joining West Ham in the Championship next season. I don't think it will let me see the Championship on this. So no, it doesn't actually let you see it. So we'll have to check shortly who is coming up. If we go to the FA Cup next, Crystal Palace won. That is really rogue. Where did we get knocked out? We got knocked out by Brentford, didn't we? We drew 5-5 in this game. I remember that. It was when the Vandenberg brothers played together. That wasn't the best defensive performance ever. And yeah, obviously we lost 2-1 in the return leg. How did like the big teams get knocked out? How did City and Chelsea, etc., get knocked out? City, was that City here? City beat Fleetwood. They beat Millwall. City beat Chelsea. Man U got knocked out to Crystal Palace, the eventual winners. And in the semis, Norwich beat Man City on pens. That is unbelievable. Newcastle putting up a good fight versus Palace, but eventually succumbing. And then, obviously, Palace beating Norwich in the final. That is incredible. Sorry, I've gone off that slightly. We won the Carabao Cup, so that's an obvious one that we already know. And we obviously won the Champions League. Who won the Europa League? That would be an interesting thing. Barcelona beat Inter. Any other big teams go out? Barca beat Spurs to get through. Spurs obviously finishing in the Champions League places in real life and in this career mode this season. Chelsea went out to Braga. That's a poor one. Obviously, they've slipped potentially into the Conference League. Braga also beat Juventus, so maybe that's in the preliminary round as well. Juve didn't get European football. That's really poor. But yeah, Barca the overall winners. Let's check the Conference League. And Porto beat Anderlecht in the final. Red Bull Salzburg. Aston Villa made it to the Conference League semi-final. That's an interesting one. Beating some decent teams on the way there. Milan played Porto. So yeah, some interesting sides got there. I'd say Porto probably or Milan would be the favourites until obviously the Premier League money really starts kicking in for Aston Villa. Talking about the Premier League money, let's go and have a look at who won the Championship. See who will be facing next season in the Premier League. Norwich won the Norwich got to the FA Cup final from the Championship. Wow, it'll be interesting to see what they are like next season. West Brom also with automatic promotion, and then either Southampton, Reading, Brentford or Middlesbrough. So interestingly, Norwich came straight back up. Southampton and Brentford, potentially one of them could come back up, but not both of them. West Brom have taken the place of the other. How do you check the Championship playoff? Is there a way to do that? Has it even happened yet? I don't know. Clearly not. I can't find it there. Let's have a look. Real Madrid won the La Liga with Atletico in second, Villarreal in third, and Barca in fourth. So they'll all be in the Champions League with us next season. Who won the Scottish League? Rangers got one over on Celtic. That's an interesting one. Portugal, Benfica. I don't know. Maybe they still have a few more games to go. Do they? No, 17 times 2 is 34. So Benfica literally won it on goal difference. If it goes down to goal difference, it may be head to head, but they literally just won it by the skin of their teeth. Obviously, they played us in the semi-final of the Champions League. They put up a very decent performance against us. Eredivisie Ajax, that's not unexpected. Ten Hag or not, they have won that. Serie A, that'll be an interesting one. Inter Milan Inter, Napoli, Juve and Roma all in the Champions League next season. Milan lacking a little bit. I don't know if they get European football next season. Bundesliga, surely Bayern. Yeah, Bayern by 10 points. Not really too much of a problem for them. Who else will join us in the Champions League? Dortmund missed out, unfortunately. Dortmund into the Europa League, and Leipzig either to the Europa or the Conference League. And obviously this is going to be PSG. Yeah, obviously 7 points in it. Potentially a bit tighter than expected. But yeah, PSG, Lyon and Marseille will join us in the Champions League. Monaco into the Europa League, and I think Stade Rennais or Stade Rennes into the Conference League. So yeah, that's pretty good. Let's have a look at our individual stats from our team. Firstly, I want to check just in the squad hub just to see the stats this way. Who played the most games? Salah, 53. I mean, that's expected, isn't it? He barely missed a game. How many Champions League games did we play? Did we play 11? So yeah, Salah played every Champions League game and every Premier League game. No FA Cup games, 3 Carabao Cup games. That's surprising. Maybe I was using him off the bench more than starting. And then obviously the Community Shield. Unbelievable stats, by the way. More goals than games. So in both the big competitions, Premier League and Champions League, he had goal to game ratios which were positive, which is just incredible. And then the assists in the Premier League, 31 assists and 7 assists in the Champions League. Like, in terms of those two competitions, that is unbelievable. His Carabao Cup stats actually bring the rest of his stats down, which is incredible. What a season for him. Alisson, again, 49 games. Missed a couple of Premier League games because we'd already locked it down. Carabao Cup, just a 1 game. Can't remember when that was. Maybe I accidentally played him, or I can't remember. I definitely played Kelleher in the final, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, obviously very good from Alisson. Not as many clean sheets as you would like, but what can you do? Defending is hard. Fabinho, 49 games as well. Decent amount of assists, clean sheets. Did everything really. Trent, really good on the assist this season. I much prefer the new tactics. Van Dijk, obviously absolute beast. Almost ever present himself. Missed a couple of Premier League games, played every Champions League game. Mane, I mean, what can you say about this guy? 31 goals, 36 assists in 47 games. Not as many games as Mo Salah by 6, but he's been a beast for us. Jota, a few more goals than Mane, but a lot less assists. Diaz, 43 games. Shows how much we've used him off the bench this season. I'd be interested to know how many starts he got. Obviously, he will get a lot more starts next season once Mane goes. Hendo, Robbo, Firmino, Jude Bellingham, I'd expect him to get more. Maybe we should give him a few more games next season. Thiago, obviously still improving. That's the key thing. Still improving. Thiago, 87 rated now. Joe Gomez, 34 games. Jones with 27. Jones with more than Elliott. That's unexpected. Kanate with 27. Keita with 27. Okay, Jones with only 1 more than Elliott. And if you look at the stats, 12 and 8, that's 20 compared to 13. Yeah, Elliott obviously plays a little bit further forward, but that's good. Matip with 2 goals, our highest scoring centre-back. Simicast with 20 games. Neko with 16. Obviously, he's going to be leaving the club. Haven't got an offer for him yet. Kelleher, 13 games. Carvalho with 8. That was decent. We gave him a couple of Premier League games at the end of the season. Vandenberg with 8. Ox didn't get many. Neither did Taki. They're going to be leaving. Clayton got a few, mainly in other competitions. Same with JMR. Norris got a few. Ramsey's got a few. He's going to get a lot more next season. And obviously the rest of these guys, barely any. Nothing really to write home about. Let's have a look at the goals. Obviously Salah, top scorer. Any surprising ones? Bellingham with 18. I didn't even notice that. 18 goals. That's 29 goal contributions from 38 games from box-to-box midfield. That's very good. And the same from Thiago. 20 goal contributions from 36 games is very good. The same as Elliott, but 10 games more and a slightly more defensive position. Let's have a look at the assists. Obviously Salah at the top again, followed by Mane, Jota, Diaz, Trent. Let's have a look at Robbo. I actually didn't see how many Robbo got. Robbo got 4 and Trent got 13, was it? So hopefully Robbo has a better season in terms of productivity on assists. Clean sheets, the most for Virgil van Dijk and Salah. It counts when you're on the pitch. So obviously if you go off and then you concede, then it doesn't count as a clean sheet. Obviously for the guys that stayed on, but for you it does. So yeah, that's very good. Is there a way to sort by who's gone up by the most, or do you just have to, if you go by development, can you look? No, clearly not. Let's have a look then, just by looking at the team as it is. Let's search by overall. So Trent's gone up by 1, Salah 2, Ali 1, Virgil van Dijk 2, Jota 5, Mane 1, but obviously he's leaving, Fab 2, Bobby 3 at the age of 31, that's really good, Robbo 1, Gomez 1, hopefully he goes up a little bit more next season, Thiago 1, he's disappointed with his playtime, that's interesting. Hendo's gone up 1 and he's disappointed about playtime. Luis Diaz 3, he's going to get a lot more playtime next season, as I've already said. Bellingham 4, Konate 2, Joel has still gone up, even with a lack of minutes he's gone up, which is good. Keita just a 1, Harv 3, Ox 1, Jones 3, Tsimikas 1, Clayton 3. I mean, I really want him to get a loan out. Let's take him off the loan list and put him back on the loan list. See if that tricks a club into getting him. But yeah, the rest of the guys, what did he go up by? 3, and Carvalho just a 2. So hopefully we can give those guys a bit more in terms of minutes next season. Mane will be leaving, as will a bunch of other players. Thank you guys so much for watching this series. This season has been really successful. 3 trophies, 4 trophies if you include the Community Shield. Hopefully next season we can go all out and maybe get a quadruple or even a quintuple or a sextuple if you include the original 2, if you include the Community Shield and the Super Cup. Thank you guys so much for watching though. Leave a like if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in Season 3.